Hi, and welcome to your next phrasal verb lesson. Grow up, grow up. Past tense, grew up, grew up. You might say this, the definition, so what does it mean to grow up? Well, we use this in American English when we describe where you grew up from your childhood to adulthood. So someone might ask, tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up? And you can say, I grew up in Wyoming, which is where I grew up, or I grew up in South Dakota, or I grew up in that state, or I grew up in that city or that country. You might be able to say where you grew up. So go ahead, comment in this video and say, I grew up in. Where did you grow up? I would be curious to find out. You could share. But grow up. Where did you grow up? And that's often the first definition. The second definition we use grow up with is to request that someone stops speaking impolitely, rudely, or in an immature manner, right? So we might say something like, oh, come on, grow up. It was a bad joke. Or we use it in comedy or in try to tell someone to request that they speak more politely. So we'd say, oh, dude, grow up. You shouldn't use words like that in the workplace. Or, oh, geez, grow up a little. You're being a little too immature right now. I might say that to another friend or parent, but that's the two definitions. Where did you grow up, like from childhood to adulthood? And then the other definition, to help someone, you're trying to tell them to speak more politely, not impolitely. So that's your phrasal verb lesson. Grow up, subscribe and follow, and I'll see you in a future lesson.